And we're live.
All right. Captain's log, stardate 2590.07. The USS Saratoga has arrived at K-10. I'm told that Captain Knight will be taking over the negotiations after what's transpired. I really don't know how to feel about this entire mission. Well, training gives me the comfort of not feeling anything. However, the actual implications of what's happened still lie ahead in what the Admiralty will do. But that is for later. For now, an ambassadorial staff has been sent to K-10 to handle the proceedings. I am told I will be given new orders when they arrive. End Captain's log.
Okay, we're going to start this scene. Outside of K-10. See, I'll throw some people on the bridge. Go to the bridge here. Captain, I'm assuming you're on the bridge.
You assume correctly?
All right. And who else would be on the bridge besides Vandalay and Mur? And
definitely Chishran.
Okay. Let's just say Talia has taken over comms for the time being. In the view screen, as you're just kind of looking at dead space, reading stuff, you do notice that's long-range sensors indicated, and I'll pop it up in your view screen, that a oddly shaped triangular vessel has begun its approach towards K-10.
Captain? We've got a unidentified vessel on approach.
And Talia kind of comes like, Captain, the vessel is the Trill ambassadorial vessel. They are signaling permission to dock with K-10.
Give a quick scan, verify their bona fides, and once you've verified, feel free to clear them with docking.
The unnamed person who's currently at science does the scan. I'm not going to make a roll. It's like, say it's been verified. They say who they say they are.
Very well. Send along their permission to dock.
You do notice on the view, as you notice the view screen, the Trill vessel approaches in and docks at one of the docking rings, or well, the side docking ports on K-10. And the ship does hail you. Talia kind of motions like, Captain, we're getting a message from the Trill ship.
Put it on screen.
On screen, it's a just kind of say generic. I'm not going to describe, but a generic Trill mail. He goes, Captain, the ambassador wishes to meet you on board the station before they start taking over the negotiations.
Very well. And who's this? I think Tishran's in the room, right?
Yeah, I'm right there.
Lieutenant Commander, you have the bridge. I'm going to transport over to the station.
Aye, sir.
And at that point, I'll step up and walk to the transporter room.
Okay. Strand, do you have anything you wish to do while you're on the bridge?
Not right now, I don't think so.
Okay. So, Captain, you begin heading over towards one of the dock arenas. It is a corridor. I'm not going to be kind of vaguely familiar here, but you do notice two trills walking up. I don't have a photo for the other one. One is in a Starfleet uniform, and the other is wearing it's a human trill male. He's wearing, sort of ambassadorial robes. Goes, Captain Feldman, my name is Ambassador Prax. This is Lieutenant Lear. Um, I've heard some brief stuff on your encounter. I'm happy to see your crew made it fairly okay.
Your well wishes are appreciated.
I don't know what you've been told by Starfleet Command, but I do have a rather request from the Azure. This is Lieutenant Lear. He will be joining your staff. I was told by Admiral Marcus. You will keep this matter between us, as it is a delicate matter with my government. One of our science vessels has gone missing out here in this region of space, and we would like you to find it for us. Lieutenant Lear here will be most valuable in help searching for that vessel. And I was told to give you this, and he pulls out a data disk and hands it to you.
I take the disc and hold it firmly because we don't have pockets. Thank you, Ambassador. May I ask how much discretion I have in distributing this information? As in, can I tell my crew?
This information is delicate. Only tell them what they need to know.
All right, very well, Ambassador.
But if you have any questions, Lieutenant Lear will be happy to help you with that. And if you wish to introduce yourself, and I apologize if I mispronounce your name.
No, it's fine. It's perfect. Lieutenant Lear reporting for duty, Captain. Apologies for the unusual circumstances, but it's an honor to be aboard the Azure.
It is appreciated that you feel that way, Lieutenant. I start walking back to the transporter pad. So, Lieutenant, what's your specialization?
Science officer, sir.
Are you familiar with the ship you're... The one we're searching for, I mean, not the Azure.
Yes, sir. I have the technical details, and I know one of the lead scientists on the project. We were school chums a long time ago. Kaduro Nell. I can tell you that she was... then the purpose of the scientific mission was to study regions of space in this sector where the fabric of space-time seems to be a little weaker or thinner than the galactic norm, and how space and warp travel affects those regions and that fabric.
You have the copy of the files on you?
Yes, sir. I have them in my gear.
Well, Captain, if you have any more questions for me, I must get ready for the negotiations.
Told you.
Sorry, you cut out.
I hope he's doing all right.
Captain? Okay, I think, okay.
I think he might be logging into his computer.
All right. With that, we are going to transfer to sickbay. Doctor, you currently have 2 patients in the recovery section of the sickbay.
I will check Murr's vitals.
Nice.
Roll me a insight plus medicine, difficulty 1.
If I fail, is he dead?
No, this is an insight check. This is just to check his vitals to see how he's doing.
I'm just joking. You said insight medicine?
Yes, insight medicine, difficulty 1. Guys bank 2 momentum. For the most part, he's doing fine. He's currently seems stable. Other than that, he is unconscious and in bed recovering. In that moment, Doctor, you do notice that a young ensign, human, she comes in the room and she kind of like shuffles around and goes, Doctor, how are they doing?
Oh, the lieutenant here looks like he'll be fine. And I was just about to check on Vandalay. But he was doing fine last time I looked.
She didn't seem all concerned with Mur, but her attention seemed to be focused more towards Vandalay.
Vandalay's a lieutenant, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Last time I checked, Vandalay, are you lieutenant? Have you been promoted to commander yet? Or captain?
I am just a lowly lieutenant.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Do you know the lieutenant?
Not really. She kind of
Go
like,
ahead.
not really, sir. Like you, I was one of the abductees and he nearly died in my arms when I finally awoke from that virtual world.
Oh yes, I remember you now. Yeah, that was it was a tense moment, Ensign.
Yes, it was. She's like, I just want to say thank you to him, but if he's resting, I can come back at a later time, Doctor.
I will go look at Vandalay and see if he is healthy enough to be revived or to be woken up.
Okay. If you spend a momentum, I'll tell you the answer.
Sure.
Okay.
We didn't need
Yeah,
it
he
anyways.
didn't need it anyways. No, he seems far more in a stable condition than what Murr is. He could probably return to duty as soon as he's rested.
Is he awake?
No, he's not awake. He's
Okay.
still unconscious. He's just, kind of in a slumber at the moment.
Is that an induced sleep or is it like natural sleep?
No, it's just a natural sleep.
Oh.
If you call a hospital room natural sleep.
Well, it could have been induced sleep. Like he could be under the influence of chemicals or whatever. But I'll look
Fair
back
enough.
at the ensign and say, I think he's still resting, ensign. You'll have to return some other time.
Okay, Doctor. Thank you. And then as she leaves the room, let's make two thread here. Murr's vital signs go all over the place. His heartbeat starts becoming erratic.
I look at the board and say, Lieutenant Lavoir, get in here. We've got one crashing. And then I'm gonna start looking at what the problem could be. Looking at his vitals, see if I can divine what the issue is.
drop LeVar in here. Comes right in. Yes, doctor. And then as you start looking at the vitals, he seems to be going to the earliest. He seems to be going into a cardiac arrest. He is moments away from flatlining. Give me a daring plus medicine, difficulty 2.
It's gonna kill you now.
Yep.
Why not? Can I spend my determination on this life for Talus? Oh wait, is this the what check did you say this? This is during medicine, so this is to heal him. This is not to
Yeah,
look
this is
into
the.
it.
Yeah, this is to heal him.
And emergency medicine?
Yeah, I think that will apply.
Do I have to get a success to get the thing from the determination?
No. And so you did use your determination?
Yeah.
Okay. There's no momentum gain. You do stabilize him. But I'll give you the knowledge based on like the injuries he sustained from essentially he got electrical burns, and part of that he's got a little bit of organ damage, especially around his heart, from all that energy discharged throughout his body.
Do I think I need to replace it with artificial organs?
Let's see here. That's how badly does Burr want to deal with a heartwormer now, or does he want to have his heart replaced?
No, I mean, he'd prefer to be healthy. I mean, he's got to climb through Jeffrey's tubes. Who's gonna fix the ship if it goes down? Yeah, nobody.
All right.
Electric cat.
Hey,
yeah,
I was gonna have you replace my eye, but
maybe the brain too.
Heartworm. Yeah. Nice joke, Captain. So, yes, he does probably need his heart replaced. There is a significant amount of organ damage that it would almost warrant it be replaced. If not, he would have to undergo some sort of other surgery to try and repair the heart.
Then I'll turn around to Lavoir and say, keep him stable, I'm going to wash up. And then I'm going to head to get the appropriate attire and equipment and replicate an artificial heart for occasion.
Okay. Probably during this time frame, it would be a mechanical heart. I don't think the organ stem cell stuff has come along precise yet. At least not Star Trek lore.
I mean, because Picard had a electric or mechanical heart.
Yep.
And that's like 100 years in the future, or like 60 or 70.
Okay. So, Doc, you get ready. Get ready to prep for some surgery. LeVar transfers them to the other side of sickbay to perform the operation. Let's go. I'm not going to make this an extended task, so let's go with a control plus medicine. Let's make this difficulty 4, and I'm going to spend 2 threat to add a complication, which will make that complication range 2. And this is just going to replace the heart. Yeah.
You're telling me that I made a mistake by using my determination.
Yes, I am.
That's what you're
Well, he could have died right then and there from the cardiac arrest.
Okay. Captain Falvin, I need you. I guess I'm gonna burn Can I burn every man a rifleman first on the line that I really should be a medical professional before? Like, I should kind of leave behind the ground forces training and really focus on the medical stuff, because that would have benefited me here.
Sure, I'll allow that. Make sure you cross that out, delete that value now on your sheet.
And use it on this life for Talus.
Yeah, that's the kind of common theme for you. So,
I mean, yeah, it's your fault. You didn't have to kill him.
it's true. I didn't have to.
And then
Difficulty 4, so complication range is
oh
2.
wait! Before we go through on burning that value, let me roll for veteran.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind. No change.
Rolling for effect.
Trauma surgery?
Yeah,
Because the
I'll
yeah,
count that.
the
Yeah. I'll count
complication was
that. 2. You could always give me threats.
yeah. I'm gonna buy 2 dice.
Okay. You have cautious medicine, so you could technically spend that momentum.
Oh yeah,
You
I'll
have
do
left.
that. So I could get that. Yeah. I forgot you could do partial spins.
So you're gonna roll 3 dice.
Yes.
So 1 threat and 1 momentum spend.
Yes. And it's daring
All right.
medicine? Or
Control
is it
medicine.
control? Oh, that's better.
Me control. Because this is a delicate operation.
That's
That is
5.
5 successes. You get 1 momentum back, and you successfully replace Moore's heart. Or Moore's heart.
I'm going to like place the decrepit heart or whatever in a pan or whatever and start suturing him up and say, Devoir, you can finish here. And I'll start cleaning up. And I'll report to the captain. I'll go walk over to the little button thingy on the wall and press it and say, Doctor to Captain.
Captain here, go ahead.
We've had a bit of a scare, Captain. The Lieutenant Murr is having some difficulties. It sounds like he's going to be out for longer than expected. At this point, we're replacing organs.
All right. Do you believe we need to transfer him to K-10 for further treatment, or can we continue treating him? In your medical opinion.
I'm going to keep him on watch here, and if anything gets worse, we can transfer him over to the station at that time.
All right, very well, Doctor. Proceed. Be advised, there's going to be a senior staff meeting in a little bit, so.
Oh, I'll get changed and head up there, Captain.
Very good, Doctor. Captain out.
Lavoir, I want to know if anything happens before it starts happening.
Understood.
And I'll dispose of any bloody garments and head up to my quarters to change. Don't need cat blood everywhere.
So you want to go to the conference room, Captain?
That is correct.
All right. Is there any other role playing that anyone else wants to do?
Hold on, I have something. That is all.
As the captain and I reach the door of the transporter room and on K-10, I'll nod to him and go, begging the captain's pardon, but Trill, we don't use transporters, I'm afraid, so I will meet you on board via shuttle.
You can walk. The Azure is docked at K-10, so you could just walk to
Okay.
the docking ring
Okay. He
onto the
just said he
ship.
was going to transporter earlier. My fault.
Wait, Trill don't use transporters?
Not in TOS.
Oh, okay.
It had something to do with the symbiont.
Well, obviously he has a symbiote. No one plays as an unjoined Trill.
It's just true.
We know this.
No one plays.
I thought it was common knowledge.
It's apparently not.
Okay, my bad. I didn't mean to ruin that for you.
I'm gonna know from his medical record. Unless I haven't received that yet.
Actually, yeah, you've got even in the Next Generation, the first time a Trill appears, they didn't. He always used a shuttle, and they didn't know anything about the symbiote.
Yeah, because they just didn't bring it up.
Yeah.
But wouldn't that be in a medical file?
Nope.
That seems dangerous.
It is. Many joint Trill actually didn't serve in Starfleet.
Because I'm telling you, if I had just found a giant worm inside a Mir, I think I would have removed it. So, don't get injured is the word of advice.
Vandalay, you find yourself slowly coming to, and apparently there seems to be no one around you.
Well, I'm going to slowly come to and look around, notice that no one is around me right now. And I'm going to go to a wall unit and communicate with the bridge. Contact the captain.
You put a pipe through to the bridge, and the captain's currently not on duty, but Lieutenant Commander Shran is. Deshran.
Vandalay to bridge.
You're muted.
Sorry, I missed it.
Vandalay is paging you from sickbay.
Oh, okay. John here.
Hi, sir. I just woke up. I just came to in sickbay, and doesn't look like anybody else is around, but I think I feel good enough to report for duty if you'll have me.
Make sure to check in with the doctor. Let him release you.
Yes, sir.
See if you can get me a report on Murr, too.
You got it. And so, is this the only sick area, or do I know of the other?
No, this is like the other side. So at that point, the VAR comes in and is like, Lieutenant Vandalay, you're awake.
Yeah, no worse for wear. Gosh, I'm just surprised we made it out. How's more?
It's not good, sir. We just performed a lengthy operation on him.
Not good.
And he kind of gets us. It's just kind of going through the motions as he's talking. With time, yeah, he should pull through. We're hoping for. He kind of just starts scanning you. That's the wrong button.
I get transported.
Yeah, no. He's just kind of doing a little scan on you. He's like, "How do you feel, Lieutenant?"
I've got a killer headache and I'm sore, but other than that, I feel fine.
And he kind of readies a hypo and injects you. It's like, that should help with the headache. But if you're up for it, I will clear you from sick bay. There seems to be no ill will effects from your injuries. Just take it slow. Uh, don't do anything rash for the next few days.
Yeah, I would count on that. Thanks, LeVar. Can I see Murr before I go to the bridge?
We just closed them up. I think it's probably best if you come back later at a different time.
All right. Sounds good. I know you guys are taking good care of him. And with that, I'll report to the bridge.
All right. A few moments go by, Vandalay, and you step onto the bridge.
Sir, permission to report to my station.
Sure thing, Vandalay.
Thank you, sir. And I've got an update on more. LeVar was not too forthcoming with any information, really. Seems there might have been a little bit of a complication. They seem to have it under control, but he might be having some issues if you wanted to check in on him.
Thanks. I'll do that.
Talia kind of gets up and steps aside to let you have your station.
Cool. And I take my station.
And Captain, who are you asking to report to the conference room? Is it all senior staff?
All conscious senior staff.
The 2 lieutenant commanders.
Oh.
Sorry, Vandalay.
That's all right. Just sat down, so.
Oh, you get to have the chair.
Ooh, good call.
See, you consider it.
And what about Lieutenant Lear?
Lieutenant Lear's coming along as well because he has to brief us on stuff.
Okay. All right, with that, we will transfer to the conference room. No, that's the wrong one. Anyway. Well, take it away, Captain.
Lieutenant's Commander, this is Lieutenant Lear. Admiralty has asked us to go on a bit of a rescue mission for a Trill science vessel. However, the information is left to a need-to-know basis as much as possible, so keep that in mind. Lieutenant Lear here has been sent along to is a science officer, has been sent along to help us recover the ship. If there's any pertinent details, Lieutenant, feel free to brief my officers.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. In the past few years, there have been some slight evidence and theories indicating that there's a possibility that warp travel may be affecting the very fabric of space-time itself. And as you may or may not know, there are certain areas in this sector where the fabric of space-time is, you might call it stretched, but in any event, weaker than the galactic norm. The Trill Science Academy sent a mission to investigate this weakening in space-time and to attempt to determine the effects of warp travel and space travel on this region of space-time by taking a series of measurements and a series of small experiments. This was led by Kaduro Nell, if I'm pronouncing that right, Caldro Nell, one of our top astrophysicists. We have not had, we've lost communication with the vessel X amount of time ago, and the Trill government has reached out to Starfleet for assistance in finding out what has happened and hopefully rescuing the vessel and crew.
Do we expect casualties?
Regions of thin space-time are unpredictable. It may be a completely uneventful voyage, or there could be some unknowable radical shifts in the fabric of space-time itself. I would say that the mission definitely has the potential to be dangerous to both ship and crew, sir.
I don't think I'm familiar with. I'm up to date on Trill physiology. I'd like any pertinent physiological information on the crew members specifically and the species as a whole.
I believe Ambassador Prax has provided the captain with all the relevant information on a data disk.
You see me go over to the desk and plug it in to start reading it over. It appears all that's on here is mainly the coordinates of the vessel's last known location, plus orders from the admiral to the same effect. It doesn't seem to have anything Trill on here.
Am I to take that as it's deemed the relevant medical information is deemed unnecessary?
There is a triage unit set up on K-10 to handle Trill casualties, staffed by Trill physicians.
Are non-Trill allowed to treat?
Sorry, you kind of roboted.
Well, Doctor, reading further into the disc, it looks like the Trill do not wish to have a deep scan upon them. And we're under orders by the Admiralty to respect their cultural wishes. They're not a member or species of the Federation, but they are negotiating with us, so certain cares have to be taken. Much as that makes your job harder.
I wouldn't say harder so much as impossible. Although I assume in your orders somewhere it absolves me of any deaths that occur in transit as to lack of emergency medicine. I mean, I have a duty to help people, and if I'm being ordered not to help them, then I want to be absolved of malpractice in writing.
I have it here on the data disk, so you do what you have to, Doctor, but remember to respect their wishes.
Then their deaths are on their hands, sir. I'm satisfied.
As I understand the diplomatic niceties, basic first aid is perfectly acceptable, but anything more serious will require the attendance of Trill physicians. It's no disrespect to your skills, Doctor, or to the Federation, Starfleet Medical. There are just certain cultural issues that we are very private about.
I assume you're aware that basic first aid, I'm sure the station can handle band-aids. I'm worrying about people with missing limbs that can't survive.
I understand, Doctor.
I don't think you do, Lieutenant. But I've been satisfied with the captain's statements. I don't think there's anything you can do to change your government stance.
Exactly, sir.
All right. Unless there's anything else you have for us, Lieutenant, we're going to have to set course for this ship. And we'll have you on the bridge as my science officer, since, as I understand, you are now part of my staff.
Yes, sir.
I would assume that this restriction on scans extends to you as well.
I'm afraid so, sir.
The Vulcan just shakes his head, closes his eyes, takes a deep breath. Very well, Lieutenant. Any further questions from either of you, Commander?
Do I know about the transporter thing yet?
I wouldn't have passed it on yet.
Okay.
Although,
Unless there's, or if there's any more comments, go ahead. If not, I'll transition to the bridge.
one thing does occur to me, though. Lieutenant Lear, you say that your people don't get transported?
Correct, sir. In part, it's a part of the prohibition against the detailed physiological scans. Without such scans, it becomes very difficult to reassemble us properly.
Sir, I might defer to Shishran on this point, but I suggest we confine Lieutenant Lear to the ship then. If I don't think we want to send any shuttles where we didn't expect to send them.
Well, the thing is, I do agree with you, Doctor. I believe Lieutenant Lear might want to have to stay over here and communicate with the away team. We are likely going to need to send a shuttle along in the event that they need evacuation, since we won't be able to beam them up if they have a restriction against such things.
And I am a fully qualified shuttle pilot.
Very well. We'll come to that when we come to that. If there's nothing else, we should head to the bridge and make way.
Aye, sir.
Actually, Doctor, I want to have a word with you before we go to the bridge.
Understood, sir.
Lieutenant Commander, Lieutenant, you're dismissed.
Okay, with that, both the lieutenant commander and lieutenant leave the room. It's just you and the doctor.
Doctor.
Sir.
I understand that you put in for a resignation.
Yes, sir.
Doctor, all I'll say is this. As far as I understand, you're one of the best doctors that we have out here. And I would advise you to seek medical aid and counseling before you finalize your decision. And if it was my wish, you would get your resignation put through as per your wishes. Working out if he needs you. You think you'll be okay?
I'll handle myself.
Very well, Doctor. And as for if the difference comes up between saving a life and not, you do what you have to. I'll take the responsibility.
With all due respect, sir, I have no intention of honoring their wishes unless no lives are at risk. If we're in perfectly safe conditions, I'll honor their wishes. But other than that, I have no interest in their wishes.
I thought as much, Doctor. Just wanted to make sure you knew that your captain isn't going to let you to tumble out in the void, as it were.
I feel like I'm pretty deep in the void already, sir. You
and me both, Doctor. To the bridge. I would like you at the bridge if you aren't needed in medbay. Oh, actually, I did have a question. What's the prognosis on Lieutenant Commander Mur and on Vandalay?
Vandalay should be awake any moment. In fact, you might find him already at his station. I'd have to check in. He was sleeping, but otherwise cleared. Lieutenant Murr at this time has undergone a heart transplant with a mechanical heart, and may need further medical intervention. It's not clear at this time, but there's a good chance he's out of the worst of it. But I wouldn't rule out further medical intervention.
All right, Doctor. I would prefer your presence on the bridge, but if you feel your medical presence is required in medbay to monitor Lieutenant Command, and it's Lieutenant Commander Mur now. I put it in for it. Just a matter of putting the attaching this.
Well, let's hope he lives long enough to see the bars.
Aye, Doctor. As you were, Doctor.
I'll follow him to the bridge.
All right.
Might as well. It's all but official, even though I'm unconscious.
Okay. All right. So the doctor and the captain exit the turbolift together.
Knives at each other's throats.
Yep.
Lyra's at the
Sean
science
resumed.
station, just very excitedly going over the ship's science capabilities. You know, he's never served on a Constitution class vessel before, and he's just kind of delighted at what he's finding the ship's capabilities are.
Helmsman, set course for the following coordinates, and I walk over to a station and enter them into the. I'll transfer them over to him to his console because I have the data disk.
Okay. You do that. Michael inputs the course. Course plotted, Captain. Shall I clear us for undocking with K-10?
Clears from docking from K-10 and set cruising speed when you're clear.
Vandalay, K-10 gives you the acknowledge for the departure, and they said good luck, and docking clamps are removed.
Sir, we are cleared to go.
Very well. Engage.
All right. With that, we're going to go to scene 2. So you guys go down 1 momentum. This moment we're going to... Oops. Too many tabs. Sorry. Juggling people around. Go back to sick bay. You guys have been at warp for a few hours, or a couple, about a day or so, as you travel sort of deep into the Shackleton Reach. For the most part, Lieutenant Commander Moore has been sleeping and recuperating, and you finally just kind of come to, and LeVar has been checking your vitals.
Did anybody get the number of that bus?
Easy, Commander. You kind of gone through an ordeal. And then he kind of walks over to one of the wall panel and pages like Lieutenant LeVar, or is it Ensign LeVar or Lieutenant?
Think
It
he's
is
a
Lieutenant LeVar. Yeah, he is. Lieutenant LeVar to the doctor. Commander Murr has awakened.
Would you like to accompany me, Captain?
Yes, Doctor, I'll come with you.
We'll be right there, LeVar.
Tashran, you have the bridge?
Aye, sir.
And
Hey, LeVar,
take
this
our
is
leave
gonna
on
grow back, right? And he's just like looking at the fur patches. I don't think I've ever been
Kind
burned
of
this bad.
chuckles. Yes, it'll grow back. You were touch and go there for a while, but quite a strong Cation there. And he just kind of taps your shoulder and he sort of walks off to do other duties. At that moment, both the doctor and the captain walk into sickbay.
Yeah, you walk into him like trying to set himself up. Very weakly, but trying.
What's his status, LeVar?
He's stable. It looks like the transplant was successful. There is no rejection at this time.
You got anything else that needs to be replaced, Lieutenant Commander?
I don't know. Can you do something about pain centers in the body? Maybe turning them off.
I will reach over to a hypo spray and load it with the mild pain suppressant and give it to him. The medicine, not the hypo
You do.
spray.
Yeah, you do that, and start feeling better. Pain slowly going
It's
away.
close, Doc. It's close.
As I'm talking to him, I'm gonna be reviewing his vitals. Yeah.
Oh, this is a pretty gnarly scar.
Yep, you have one of Starfleet's finest mechanical hearts now.
He kind of looks with a smirk and goes, "Did you keep the old one?"
The doctor kind of gives you like a odd look, and he's like, "No, Lieutenant Commander, we don't keep spare organs around."
Oh, sorry. There was this tradition on Earth, where if you had like your appendix taken out or something, sometimes the doctors let you keep it in a jar. But
Humans are sometimes very savage people.
they are, but I thought the idea was funny.
I would advise you not to emulate the humans on board.
Fair enough. Oh, Captain, hi.
Hello, Murr. I see that you're once again derelict in your duties, lying about in sickbay once again.
Yeah, I'll remedy that shortly, Captain.
Be advised, Murray, that in case you haven't been made aware already, you have been promoted to Lieutenant Commander. Normally, I would put you through a rather difficult test that tried your mind and your spirit and body. However, I think recent events have done plenty of that already.
May have done a little bit too much testing on his heart there.
Huh.
I doubt there's anyone in the that would challenge your dedication to.
Well, that's good news. I was wondering why LeVar was calling me Commander. I thought he had hit his head.
When you're ready, Lieutenant Commander, I want to speak with you in my office.
Yes, sir.
That probably won't be anytime soon.
I'll put you on the list, Captain. How about that? And he just kind of lays back in the bed.
That'd be the top of the list, Lieutenant Commander. You haven't made captain yet.
That's... I didn't... Yes, of course he's on the top of the list. Gosh,
Very well.
Andorians and Vulcans, no jokes.
I think he might be in a little bit of pain, Captain. I might put him back under. There's a slight joking to that. Like he's chuckling. It's obviously not serious.
He does have a sense of humor. Huh.
Andorians have a very interesting sense of humor. You get used to it after. Get well, Mer. Doctor.
Thank you, Captain.
So I guess we'll head back up to the bridge.
And I'm just gonna lay in the bed.
That's why I didn't give him the hypo spray. He might get a little friendly with it.
Oh, I would only go back to work. It's not like... But that's fair.
And since we're a bit of ways out, I wait in my quarters a little bit. Let the Lieutenant Commander handle the bridge for now.
Oh yeah, we're a bit out, so I'm not gonna go back to the bridge. I'm just gonna hang out here. We don't have anything to do. I'm gonna muddle around and annoy Mur.
So, I mean, judging for the fact just from sort of personal experience with a family member, you would probably have Mur up and about moving to get the blood flowing and kind of forcing him to walk about.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because he has been...
Yeah. I won't be fixing any warp cores today, but I will at least be able to walk the ship and probably go back to my own quarters.
Then, if he needs a little bit of exercise, I'll take him down to the holodeck and walk him through K-10 City.
Well, fair enough. He hasn't been to
K-Tor? K-Shan 1?
I think it's actually called Kate. Like C-A-T or C-I-T. C-A-I-T. Yeah.
But there's
he
no
was
numbers.
born and raised on Earth. Yeah.
Oh, you've never been...
Well,
Nope.
Oh, then that's kind of awkward. I'll walk you around like San Francisco then. I didn't realize he hadn't been to K-Shan City.
Oh yeah, no. If we do the San Francisco thing, he'll even like show you his house and everything. Sorry, go ahead now, Prax.
Okay. So, with that, as the doctor is doing rehab on now Commander Lieutenant Commander Mur, Deshaun, you notice that you have arrived at the coordinates that the science vessel was last reported at. Long-range sensors do not find a vessel. So for this point, we're going to go into an extended task. This will be a limited tri-extended task to look for the missing Trill science vessel. You guys will have, we only do 4 attempts on it.
Okay.
This will be done with a reason plus science or reason plus engineering. The reason plus engineering is only going to be for the comms officer, and the reason why that is you're just, as a comms officer, you're going to be sort of listening in through subspace to see if you can't pick up a signal.
Alrighty, then.
Okay, I've got Reason 11 and Science 5 and a focus of sensor operations.
I think
Yeah.
comms would be Vandelay's job.
Oh, it's comm search only? Okay.
No, it's not comm search only. It
both.
can also be
It's both.
sensors. It's sensors and comms.
Oh.
So basically, I think I would start with Lieutenant Lear. See if you can find a ion trail.
Aye, sir. So, is that just a basic sensor sweep?
It'd be part of the extended task. It'd be
Okay.
basically, I'm informing you how to look for such and
Okay.
such.
Sure.
Okay, so this is going to be a reason plus science.
Mhm.
Difficulty is 1. The magnitude is 4, so you're going to need 4 breakthroughs, but you can only get 4 tries at it. Or if you get 17 work done, they will complete the extended task. You will get assist from the ship's sensors plus science on this roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here we go. Reason science with sensor operations focus. There we
And
go.
I'll pull up the ship. Give me just a second. I'm pulling up the ship right now. Come on. Okay, so it's the ship. Go away. Thank you. And it is sensors plus science.
Okay, you guys bank 3 momentum. So,
Wow.
Yay.
Lieutenant Lear, what is your science score? 5? Is that right? Yeah. So roll 7 challenge dice.
All right.
The resistance is 3. So you have 3 momentum. You can spend 1 of the momentum to re-roll 4 dice if you want.
Do it.
Yeah, definitely do that.
All right. How many dice am I re-rolling?
4.
Okay.
Good, I can't.
There we go.
So I got, see, 2, 4, 6, 8,
Oh, snap.
10. I have 3,
And
so that is just enough for, it's 5 done on the work. And
I
that's
also
enough.
have in the nick of time, so for every effect, I get 1 additional work. So there's 1 additional work added to that.
Okay. All right. That'd be 6 work done on the work track, and that is 1 breakthrough, and the difficulty goes down to 0.
Nice.
Yay.
You have 3 more attempts on this.
Okay.
I'll keep track of momentum on my phone real quick. I'm stepping out.
All right. Same rolls.
It would be the same roll, unless you want Vandelay to roll on and help with this task.
Vandalay, do you want to take a swing at it?
Sure, I can step in.
Don't want to hog all the sensors.
It will be a reason plus engineering. Difficulty 0, assisted by the ship's comm communications plus engineering.
Okay, I'll take a momentum to roll an extra dice.
All right, that leaves us with 1.
And you said this is subspace communications, right?
Yes, so that you do
Awesome.
get a focus for
For
this.
focus. Okay, cool.
Nice. Hello.
Mhm.
Woo!
I think that
So-
caps us on momentum.
Yes, you are now at 6 momentum. Roll 6 challenge dice, Vandalay.
Okay,
Nice.
there we go.
That is 3 successes, counting the resistance.
Use the momentum for piercing, or 2 if you have to.
Yeah, let's do piercing.
So you're gonna spend 2 momentum for piercing, and well, it wouldn't matter. But that would be 5 work if you spend 2 momentum, so you'd be down to 4
Okay.
for a breakthrough.
Yeah.
That's 11 on the work track, and that is 2 breakthroughs. You have 2 more attempts at this.
We can get it in one, guys.
Well, Lear, do you want to take another crack at it?
Sure, love to. Okay, with a focus, science and reason. Sure. And I'm actually going to give you a threat, GM, to buy an extra die with bold science.
Thank you very much.
Oh, cried. Puts him back at 11 threat, I think.
There's 3. Starship does nothing.
but
Yes,
you
you
do-
have you'd be back at max, and you have 1 floating. So
Yeah.
roll 7 challenge dice.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
2,
Hello.
5, 6,
1, 2,
7,
3, 4,
9.
5, 6.
Plus 2 extra on the work track for
Oh, yeah.
con. Yeah.
You're right. 8. So I think that's the whole thing.
Yeah, that will complete the extended task here. Lieutenant Larry, you actually pick up on long-range sensors the missing Trill science vessel.
I have the science vessel. I have the Zentara on sensors.
Range?
Currently, it's about half a light year away.
All right, Helm. Michelson, plot an intercept course. Get us there as quickly as possible.
Sir, recommend that we lay off and send a probe just in case. We know this region of space has the potential to be unpredictable.
I'll be right back while you roleplay that out.
You didn't pick up any other ships on sensors, did you?
No, sir, it's not vessels I'm worried about. However, it is the fabric of space-time in this region is thin, making the actual physics of the area somewhat unpredictable.
Malleable.
Understandable. Yeah. Oh, good grief. Who's in engineering right now?
Probably Skur.
Okay. So I'm literally going to hit the intercom and go, Skur, prep a class 1 probe.
Are you what? Yes, Lieutenant Commander. I will get right on it. In that typical gruff Tellarite way. Damn officers.
Your mic's still hot.
Oh, I know. That's the whole point. Like, he's grumbling. He's just, yeah.
He's a Tellarite.
Yep. He comes back up. Would you like it to sing, Lieutenant Commander?
Sing?
Never mind, Lieutenant Commander. Bad Tellarite joke. Bad Tellarite joke. And he just hangs up comms and goes back to the probe.
Alright, I'm back.
Okay, so we just prepped a Class 1 probe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure did. Yep.
Alright, so you fire the probe towards the direction of where the Zentara is at.
And that should reduce the difficulties of any sensor scans to
Yeah,
the
no,
general region.
it just pretty much gives you, it allows you to scan from a distance is what it does.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. The probe approaches the actual ship. So I need a reason plus science difficulty 2. And I'm allowing the ship to assist with sensors plus science, which is essentially it's acting like the probe.
Okay.
Sensor operations focus apply.
Yep.
Excellent. It's 2 dice. How much momentum do we have? 6.
Yeah.
Can I have one for an extra die?
Sure.
Since it's a difficulty 2. All right. No whammies. Here we go. There we go. Got it back.
Cool.
Don't even bother because it's not going to matter for the ship.
Yeah.
I sent you a message over Discord there, Lieutenant.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see it pop up. There it is.
Yeah.
I'm picking up sporadic life signs on the vessel, but it appears that life support is failing along with all of ship's internal power. I'm also reading widespread hull damage to the ship. Can I tell if the hull damage was done by weapons or fire or something else?
I'm gonna.
The other ship, I'm assuming. Sorry, GM.
Yes.
Damn it! It looks like an ion storm is sweeping into the area. It has covered the other vessel. That's going to make transporting very difficult.
Oh, great.
I'm assuming. I just made that last part up.
Yeah.
As the transporter chief, it'll make it tricky, not impossible. Even though, yeah. Anyway, moving on.
Hang on, I'm getting something else. Looks like the hull integrity is weakening, most likely due to frequent ion storms. If the storm keeps up, we'll lose her. However, it appears sensors now clarifying the damage sections appear to be due to phaser fire.
Phaser fire?
Aye, sir. Definitely reading signs of weapons damage to the hull. If we're going to save anybody, we have to get over there quickly.
All right.
Beaming to the ship could be hazardous. Yeah, we already talked about that. Ion storm will most likely cause interference with the transporters.
All right. Give me. We'll use a shuttlecraft. See if you can get a reading on the type of phaser weaponry, whether it's Federation-based or it's any other known species.
I'll try, sir. You want me to make a roll for that, or wait? Got a message.
You have like 4 questions you can ask, or 5 questions you can ask. So I'm literally giving you all the information is what I'm doing.
Okay.
And then the indication of where that phaser fire come from, that's going to be the last momentum spent from your freeze that you got because of what you rolled.
Okay, let's do it. Sir, looks like their reactors have just gone cold. Emergency power is low and falling.
All right, I'm gonna hit the intercom and go, Skr, get a engineering team to the shuttle bay. We're sending you over there. You might want to take EVA suits.
Sir, the damage appears to be from Federation phasers?
What? We'll find out more here in a minute.
You get a response from Chris.
And
Okay.
as you're saying that, the ion storm starts to engulf the Azure as well.
Oh boy.
Don't encourage him.
I perfectly understand. Don't send the chief engineer after surgery. I got it.
All right, Vandalate, is their communications working?
I'll check, sir.
And
GM?
Lear, you might as well, if you're a trained pilot, you might as well get ready to go over there as well.
Aye, sir.
Sir, there was no response when I hailed.
I'll be sure to
Crap.
grab my tricorder and phaser.
Yeah. I'm going to hit the intercom. Bridge, Captain Falvin.
Captain Falvin here, go ahead.
Sir, we've reached the missing science vessel. Appears that they're running on barely any emergency power. Their reactors are cold. We're also in the middle of an ion storm.
Any possibility? First, I wanted to call to a yellow alert. And are we clear? Are any other contacts in the area?
Not right now, sir. And while he's doing that, he's physically typing in and setting the ship to yellow alert. There's no other ships in the area. I just notified engineering to get an engineering team ready. With this ion storm, they're probably going to have to take a shuttlecraft. I've got it. Oh boy, what rank are you, Lear?
Lieutenant.
I've got Lieutenant Lear, possibly going to pilot them for now.
You're gonna want to send along the doctor as well. They might be injured that need immediate first aid care. Since we're restricted from transporting anyone, remember?
Yeah, is Lieutenant Commander Moore in out of the woods? Can we spare the doctor?
Still in recovery, but the medical staff should be able to handle it.
All right.
Again, do we have confirmation that we cannot tow the vessel out of this ion storm? I do not like the idea of keeping our ship inside of a system like this, even with the shields out.
I'll check real quick, sir, but I don't know.
I will take a momentum to answer that question.
All right.
Gave the answer to the science officer.
Lear, could we get a lock on him with the tractor beam or no?
Not until the ion storm ends, sir, and I don't think we have that kind of time.
That's what I was afraid of. Captain, no, we can't get a tractor lock on them. This ion storm's got too much interference.
Very well. I'll be up on the bridge shortly.
Aye, sir.
I start making my way up there while they're doing that.
Head to the shuttle bay.
Skur is already there, grumpy with an engineering crew and kits and random like power packs and generators and stuff like that.
Okay, so you're at 1 crew support currently.
Yeah, because they're not going to send more.
Well, I mean, we need a sacrifice.
Sacrificial lamb. All right, so you guys are prepping the shuttle. I believe you're also taking EVA suits.
Yeah.
The opportunity cost is waived because you did have a scan that showed that the life signs are sporadic, so there is caution or cause for concern. Anything else you guys wanting to take along? I just,
Okay, so we got EVA suit, standard gear. What about do we have any sort of stasis equipment for the badly injured?
I don't believe
is that possible?
No.
I don't know.
No.
No.
Okay.
I mean, I think I have on me the standard med kit and the phaser and the tricorder, medical tricorder.
Do we have
so we have-
Sorry, go ahead.
Assume we had available emergency. Since we can't get injured into a suit, like emergency life. I don't know.
That'd be probably
if they're in a vacuum, they're already dead.
Right, but if the ship was to go into vacuum, is what I'm saying. Yeah.
Ah.
Like spare ones.
Well, yeah, like in science
Possible
fiction, you often find
survivors.
these little, they're basically bubbles that have a short time oxygen supply attached, like emergency rafts. But
I don't think so.
Okay.
Generally, they didn't subject actors to vacuum, so that didn't really come up.
Yeah.
I mean, life support's failing, but as far as you are aware of, it does have life support throughout the ship.
I would suggest taking more than 1 shuttle.
Yeah, not bad. Yeah. Specialist Skur, could you have made the probe laugh or sing? Because seriously,
Of course I could.
That would be pretty awesome.
I'm a Tellarite. I can do anything engineering-wise.
Good to know. Keep that in mind for later.
And if the doctor leaves to go on this away mission, Moore will hobble his way to the bridge.
Okay, so I have Lieutenant Lear, the doctor.
Check.
Yeah, we can hear you. Deshran, you're going as well?
I was only gonna go if they figured they needed me, or if the captain ordered me to go. I'm figuring I probably should go, but I was leaving that up to the captain. But if he's on his way to the bridge, I'm probably gonna pass him in the hall.
Yeah, I'd send you to, unless you had felt there was a security risk to the ship to hostile craft. I'd rather you're with the away team anyway for their security. If not.
Okay, so I have 4 people boarding the shuttle. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right. The shuttle bay is open and revealing a nasty ion storm that seems to be brewing in the middle of, space. So since Lieutenant Lear is piloting the shuttle, I need a daring plus con difficulty 2, assisted by the shuttle's engines plus con.
All right, and I have small craft for a focus.
I will accept that. And I'm spending 2 threat to make the complication increase to range 2.
Okay, that sucks.
Could we? Is it possible that I could order Henderson to help plot a course through the hazard at all to give them some?
You mean Michelson?
Michelson, yeah.
Yeah, he can. If you want to do that.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
The shuttle's gonna have a hard enough.
Can I have a momentum for an extra die?
So real quick, before you roll that, I'm gonna have Michelson do a. So it's gonna be a chart hazard. It's gonna be a reason plus con, assisted by the ship's sensors plus con. Difficulty is 3, and that's from the book.
Helm operations focus.
I would take astro navigation if he has it. He's also been used before, so he could technically take a focus if he has room.
He has 3 focuses, so taking up astro navigation would be nice. Somehow
I don't
he
hear
has
a nay. I don't hear a nay on that. So
No. Makes sense to me.
Okay. What's his difficulty again? I forget.
3.
3. I'm gonna have him spend a die for an extra die. A momentum for an extra die. Wait, what?
You're on the right sheet.
That seems wrong.
Are you using Michelson?
Yeah, all his disciplines are.
Yeah.
He was never filled in.
Yeah, I believe this would probably be.
I even bothered to look at the numbers. I figured it was already filled. I was like, do.
So
Sorry.
that is 2 successes. The one's kind of higher.
And I think the ship helps with chart hazard.
Yes, it is assisted by the sensors plus con.
Double check that that's filled out. Ah, well.
Nope. He's not able to chart a course. He comes back. He's like, I'm sorry, Captain. It's the ion storm seems to be too much of a random pattern to plot them a safe course to the Zentara.
Well, transporter room. Make sure to keep a lock on the shuttlecraft personnel other than the pilot in the event something goes wrong.
And they're kind of flabbergasted by that. That comment's like, understood, Captain.
Shuttle 1, good luck. We can't really help you more than we have.
All right, roll me daring plus con, difficulty 2, assisted by from the shuttle engines plus con.
Okay. Me. Somebody got the shuttle? Or shall I? The hell is it? There it is, a shuttle. Engines plus con, you said?
Yep. You don't really need it, but it is max. You are at max momentum. Tony Lair, you give your kind of give Michelson a bit of a worry, or kind of, how should I say, like a run for the money.
Only in small craft. I don't have anything that helps with piloting a starship. Lear, whoever's in there with Lear kind of sees this slightly manic grin on his face as he pilots the shuttle through the ion storm, twisting and turning. Buckle up, everybody. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
You said Skur was in there too?
Yep.
Okay. So, Lieutenant, you're able to pull out a course or navigate successfully to the Zentara. You pull alongside, you kind of maneuver to where the shuttle is able to dock at one of its hatches, and
Nice.
the docking clamps secure through automation. At this point, you guys go down 1 momentum, so you should be at 5, and we're going to scene 3.
I'm gonna scan for life signs.
Hold on for 1 second. I could throw you guys into theater of the mind.
Theater of the mind.
Watch out! Last time we were here, we were trapped.
Spoiler.
Yeah,
It's
no.
creepy music.
It is supposed to be creepy music. Alright, so the you open the hatch into the Zentari. You get kind of a rush of cold air as it's escaping into the shuttle.
Seems like the. Oh, never mind.
You guys have your EVA suits on. It's just that the temperature gauge on your AV suits just kind of goes sporadic for the ambient temperature, as it's showing this decrease.
Mhm.
Did Trill
as
normally
you-
like it colder? I didn't know you were going to continue. Go ahead.
As you walk on board the ship, you notice that it's dark. You do see, you can hear the sounds through your suits, the energy discharge running across the hall, due to the ion storm, as the slowly tearing the ship apart.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
Did Trill normally like it colder?
No more than anyone else.
Then I'd suggest that we have minimal life support. We're in the final stages of it shutting down.
That's actually very accurate, Doc.
I have been in the service a little while. Skur.
Oh, I know. I can tell by the big shiny lines on your uniform, sir.
Skur, do you think it's even worth trying to stabilize the ship's systems?
I can probably stop it from trying to electrocute us, but as far as saving the systems, that'd be pushing it.
We need to get any survivors off as quickly as possible.
Hold on a second. And he goes to what he, in any common sense model of ship, would be an EPS conduit to try and stem the flow of static discharge from across the hall so we can move down the hall.
You get an incoming communication from the Azure.
Azure 2 away team. Can you guys receive these communications all right?
That's affirmative, Lieutenant.
Great to hear. Everything okay down there?
So far.
Excellent. Well, just let us know if you need anything.
I'll start scanning for life signs.
Okay, so this is going to be a reasons plus science. It's difficulty unknown check. So based on the amount of number of successes you get, I will give you certain information.
I've already spent so much determination.
So, but this
You
is a
said
reasons
reason-
plus science.
reason science.
Reason, yes, reason science.
Take 3 threat.
Okay. So you're giving me 3 threat?
Yeah.
Alright.
Could Lear assist?
Yes, I will allow it.
Oh wait, do we have momentum? Never
Yes, we
mind,
do.
I didn't realize that because I was looking at my sheet that only had 1 on. I will not give you threat. I will spend momentum.
That's why I was like curious. It's like, why are you giving me threat? You don't like giving me
Yeah.
threat. Are you trying
I'll
to
spend
sabotage the
3.
game for them?
Shh.
Ah, okay.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
So you guys are down to 2 momentum.
That's no bueno.
Yeah, you have a complication there.
And you didn't let me use science, so I can't use cautious medicine. I mean, you didn't let me use
Right.
medicine.
Well, 2
you're
momentum
skinny-
makes that complication go away.
Oh, we'll spend 2 momentum to make the complication go away.
Alright. You have 0 momentum now.
That's fine. Tellarite doesn't need it. It's just like the officers to use up all the good stuff.
You wouldn't have let me use xenobiology, would you?
No.
Okay. Because that would have given me 2 successes.
Only if they're enlisted Tellarites.
Can we try again?
I've confirmed life support is failing, and we have about 2 hours till complete failure. And I got 4 people on the bridge. Looks like they're injured. I'm gonna head that way.
No, unfortunately it's a one-time only deal.
Okay,
So.
that's cool.
He does that.
I'll go with the doctor.
Can I try and stop static discharge from going down the hall and killing the both of them? I should just let
no.
it happen. Tellarite,
You're actually. the problem is the reactor core, like from the knowledge you gained from scanning the vessel from the probe, its reactors are cold, so you have to restart them if they can be restarted. I will give you this. It's going to be a difficulty 2, Skur, if you want to roll this. But it's going to be, if you're scanning, it's going to be a reason plus engineering. Because you're looking for the reactor.
Sure, Kay. Or I could just ask, Lieutenant Lear, before you go, show me or direct me to the engine room.
No, it's going to be a scan, so.
Oh.
So you're just.
It's worth a shot.
I mean, you can, from where you're at, you can. You can scan the current, what the status of the reactor is. Essentially, is what you're doing from where you're at.
Alright, I'm giving you a threat for a dice, because we don't have momentum. Because the officers needed it. I see your pain, Altera. I really do.
Altera's an officer.
Yeah, now.
Acting.
Yeah, it bothers me that your Discord still says MCPO.
I clicked the thing, so it may take a minute, or it's gonna do that.
I will bank the threat. I'm actually going to bank 4 threat, and I'll make you succeed at this task. How's that?
I mean, yeah, sure. Let me get to fixing the problem, and we'll do fine.
It's a lot
Assessing
of-
the problem, not so much.
I sent you some information.
Ah. Okay. He hits his comm. Doctor, second problem. If we, I mean, the warp core is leaking, neutron radiation, so staying here is a bad idea. More bad news, I can't fix this.
Understood. We're moving as fast as we can. We might need your assistance moving people onto the shuttle bay, so...
Very well, Doctor. And he just trudges down the hall towards where the lieutenant commander or the doctor went. Grumbling like, can't believe I can't fucking fix something, son of...
Unfortunately, it's beyond scope. I mean, the entire reactor manifold will have to be replaced. So,
Yeah, it's a dry dock situation.
yeah.
That's
You
not
do
going
not
to
have the
stop him
time.
from complaining.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's not going to stop Skur from complaining.
So I take it you guys are heading to the bridge?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
And her is the miracle worker. Thank you.
Right. So as you're walking down the corridor, you notice several dead bodies, mostly Trill among them. But it's actually kind of curious. You're seeing Endorian, Vulcan, and even some Talites. And as you get closer to one of the, as you get closer to the bridge, you notice that there's a Klingon.
Wait. There's a Klingon on the bridge?
No.
Klingon
No, you're
body.
going down corridors. These are bodies that you're actually seeing along the way. There are actually several dead bodies lying on the floor. And you do also notice scorch marks along the side of the corridor walls.
Dr. Shran to bridge.
Do you paging the Azure?
Yes.
Okay.
Azure here.
Notify the captain I've got deceased Klingons and signs of aborting action.
Yes, sir.
Lear will.
I notify the captain. Oh no, you're fine.
Lear
Then
will
you hear in the... Oh, go ahead.
try and quickly scan the scorch mark, see if I can determine what weapons made them, if they were Klingon disruptors or what.
Vandaleo here in the background. I think that one's my cousin. No, wait. Too good looking.
Oh, I have a message.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, I don't get to play Tellarites very often.
Okay,
This is fun.
So, once you're done reading that, I want you to make a Insight plus Science difficulty 1 using your tricorder to analyze the scorch marks.
Oop. I don't know shit.
Essentially, like, you kind of, like, it almost looks familiar, and then you're getting confused, and it's part of it's because the problem is, like, the electric discharge going through the hull of the ship is kind of just skewing with your readings.
I can't tell what kind of weapons made these scorch marks. However, Doctor, there shouldn't be anyone but Trill on this ship.
Yes, Lieutenant. It's been my experience that Klingons don't normally belong on the ships they're found on. They normally tend to get there.
Not
Doctor,
just that,
there
sir,
are also there's Andorians, Vulcans, and Tellarite bodies that you've been walking past as well.
This is true. This is very curious.
Perhaps when we're on the bridge, we can retrieve the ship's logs, and they'll tell us more.
Could have been, with the mix of races, it could have been a Federation ship responding to the Tellarites' distress signal in which they were involved with Klingons. That would explain why there were these three mixes.
Trill, you mean?
What did I say?
Tellarite.
Tellarite.
I'm sure there's Tellarites around here too.
Oh yeah, no, Skur pointed him out. He was like, I think that's my cousin. No, too good looking.
Okay. So, yeah. I think, Lieutenant, there might have been some boarding action here where it could have involved the Federation and the Klingons.
Were the bodies wearing Federation uniforms? Did we notice? Wow.
No, they weren't. They were kind of dressed in more like civilian type clothing that you would see on a science vessel.
The humans and Vulcans and stuff?
Yeah. There's no humans.
Oh, okay. And the Klingons?
The Klingons are more dressed in Klingon attire.
Right.
But as for the dead bodies for the Trill, the Andorians, the Vulcans, and the Tellarites, they're kind of dressed more in civilian type clothing.
They don't seem to be Federation.
Or maybe this was a joint operation. But you'd think they would have said something to us in the briefing.
Yeah. I mean, I've never known Vulcans to do anything joint, but it could be that.
Well, except found the Federation along with the Andorians and Tellarites. I'm sure you mean, Doctor.
We had to work on him. It took a little while.
So yeah, keep heading for the bridge, I guess.
Yep.
Okay. When you enter the bridge, immediately the doors do open, so there is still some limited, power left. You do immediately see two dead Trill on the ground, followed with a Vulcan and an Andorian. They do appear to have been shot. They do have consistent damage, like weapons discharge damage on their chest area. However, you do notice that there are 4 Trills. You can kind of tell that, you see from the cold, you see a little bit of vapor coming from their mouths. They do appear to be still somewhat alive. In the captain's chair, though, Lieutenant, you do notice Kataro Neil.
Is she alive?
And she does appear to be alive currently.
I only read 4 Trill, but there seem to be 5.
There's 4.
Oh, I thought you
4
said there
total.
were 4. Okay.
4 total.
Is she
Yes,
conscious? I go over to her.
She kind of squints and she kind of recognizes your face, and then as she seems to be kind of clenching her side a little bit, and then she passes you a data disk, and she slowly whispers into your, "You must get this to Trillius, the fate of," and then she passes out.
Okay, I pocket the data disk. If we don't have pockets, do we? That isn't bad design.
It really is.
Sure, there's a pouch on my tricorder or something. So yeah, yeah. I scoop her up and start heading back towards the shuttle bay. Or the shuttle, rather.
Okay, you do notice that as you kind of lift her up, as you touch her, you do notice that your hand, or your glove is, from your EVA suit, is, looks like it's wet with blood. And she is bleeding out.
I would like to start looking them all over to see what their risk is for being moved, and if I can start some first aid here.
Doctor, Caldro needs your help. Please, quickly.
I walk over to him and say, "Stand back, Lieutenant," and I start to look her over.
Are you going to attempt to stabilize her right away, or what exactly are you wanting to do?
I don't think I can stabilize her. I kind of have to scan. I don't know how to treat Trill, unless I can just slap a magic bandage on him.
I mean, you could seal the wound, but in terms for a proper medical procedure, you're not going to be able to do anything like that.
You just have to stop her from bleeding, Doc.
Well, then I look at her and I grab some stuff from my medical kit and I say, "This tends to work on most humanoids. Let's hope it works here too." And try to stabilize her.
Roll me. It's a difficulty 2, daring plus medicine.
And now is the time I hate that I took cautious medicine. I will give you 3 threat.
Alright, I'm spending 2 threat to make it a complication range 2.
And can I use emergency medicine?
Of course.
Nice.
Very nice.
That is 4 momentum gain. You do manage to seal the wound properly. She's no longer bleeding out. But you do realize that it is just a temporary fix. You most likely need to probably do something aboard the ship.
Is it safe to move her now, Doctor?
Yes, she should hold up nicely. Let's get her on the shuttle.
Okay.
I do not betray anything that I just learned to Blackwell.
It's good because he's not even in this century.
Wait, what?
Lear.
Oh, Lear.
Lear.
Well, I tend to look at Discord.
Well, it's there too.
I'm confused by all the Dr. Star X's and Kalums. And Praxes.
There's only one Prax.
Those names sound familiar, but I just can't place it.
There's one Trill you haven't met yet that is around.
So as for the other 3 Doctor, they are breathing. They do all seem to be suffering some injuries to phaser burn, or what appears to be, from what you see, a phaser burn, just from your medical knowledge. They're not bleeding out or anything like that, but they seem that they might need immediate attention. You're probably not going to be able to do that aboard the Zentara.
How many of us are there again?
4.
4.
And there's
Not
4
of them. Oh, there's 4 of us and 4 of them.
Yep.
Then I say, let's each grab a man and start moving towards the shuttle.
Skur grabs the shortest one.
Okay. So let's.
I forgot about Skur.
Space Dwarf.
Alright, we'll make each one of you have to make a fitness plus security check. Difficulty is 1.
Except for Skur. Difficulty 5.
You know what? Let's. I
take it back. I didn't mean it.
I would make Skur's complication range 2, just for the fact that he's shorter than everybody else.
Right. I'm going to spend a momentum for a 3rd dice.
I think everyone can spend a momentum.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea.
You said fitness security or fitness what?
Fitness security.
Can I use fitness medicine? Because I'm trying to do this while holding them in a correct fashion so that don't antagonize their wound.
Click the thing. Why isn't
Fuck me.
No.
Oh, never mind. Didn't need it.
I need one from Deshran.
Shran.
You might be able to use some momentum I generated to get rid of that complication.
I don't. Oh, yeah, it did it twice, but yeah, I think I'm gonna do that.
Deshran, aka Calum. There we go. Oh, well, you guys have a momentum, by the way.
It was okay.
You know, I will let you succeed at this task by I'm gonna take 2 threat. Lear. So, you do manage to take the 4 Trill and get them to the shuttle.
How much time do we have left, Skur?
I don't know. I'm gonna give a random number. I'd say about 45 more minutes, judging on the size of what the ship was.
I'm going to go see if I can download the ship's log so we can find out what happened. I rush back towards the
It's
bridge.
less than that. It's less. It's more like 10.
I was giving an optimistic thing, but yeah.
Do I think I can do it in 10 minutes?
Well, it doesn't matter. You have an EVA suit. We just need to seal the shuttle, and we'll have to come back for it.
The neutron
radiation.
right. The radiation is gonna leak. Is eventually gonna get him, even in the suit.
Yeah.
Can we eject the warp core?
No.
Why not?
Not in 10 minutes.
Can I? Do I think I
And
can make it?
the
to
ion storm is picking up.
Download the logs and make it back, or not in 10 minutes?
No.
Okay, screw it then. Let's get out of here.
All right. I need a daring plus con difficulty 2, assisted by the shuttle's engines plus con.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Doctor, you were going to leave our pilot.
I said I was gonna come back. Like, I forgot about the deadly radiation.
I forgot about the deadly radiation.
And make the complication range 2. Spending some threats.
I am going.
The ion storm is picking up.
I'm going to invoke, since this is a daring piloting task, I'm going to invoke a value. Fortune favors the bold, to buy a die that has a perfect opportunity that's already rolled a crit.
Okay.
Spend that determination. And then we'll roll. So I've already got a die that's rolled a 1. Small craft focus. So what was the difficulty?
2. Just need the ship.
Oh yeah, ship. Pull it up. I'm not used to rolling ships. Come on, roll 20. Be faster. What's the ship rolling? Con and engines?
Yes.
Okay. No help there.
Okay. You banked 1 momentum, so you're at 2. You undock from the Zentara, and you manage to make it back to the Azure.
I also want to add that at some point the captain asked transporter room to try and get some of the bodies, and Moore just happened to walk by the transporter room and heard it. So he's like, "I'll do it." It's a few buttons. What's he gonna do? Like rip a stitch or something?
That is going to be a control plus engineering difficulty 3, complication range 4.
Fair enough.
Assisted by the ship's sensors plus engineering.
Sensor engineering.
Yep.
gonna spend my determination. Measure twice, cut once for the value. And
do you have another value?
can count on nobody but myself. That's what I'm replacing teamwork as the best work with.
I'm not gonna allow it because that's what you didn't actually have that written in there yet.
Okay, fair
But
enough.
I will.
Let's see. I have when all else fails, kick it or buried to the ship, but that neither one of those probably work. That's fine.
I'll take the even though I didn't take it the first time, I will take the measure twice, cut once. But you
Okay.
do need to add your value in.
Yeah, I will do that immediately after this roll. And then I'm going to spend the 2 momentum for a 3rd dice. Transporter focus. Make sure
Yes.
the complication range is right. I rolled it, so give it a minute. I hope. Roll 20 is being weird. Son of a... Oh, wait. I'm going to re-roll that. So we have to wait another 15 seconds.
Each roll being audited.
Something like that, I guess. Roll 20 and my computer don't get along. Just take the 1. I don't know why it rolled 3.
Do you
Okay,
have like 3D dice turned on? Because that'll slow it down.
It's just my computer. It's always been my computer.
Okay, you get 1 momentum out of that. You do manage to beam 6 of the bodies. I'm going to spend
He
some
specifically wanted the Klingon one.
The Klingon one? Okay.
Yep.
You manage to beam the body over, but it is heavily radiated.
Right.
He done killed everybody.
No, not yet. I guess I'm going to immediately start quarantine procedures.
No glowing green Klingons in the sickbay.
You've already got glowing spotted trails.
So yeah, I'm going to put it in as close to a radiation-proof place as I can, and then let the captain know
You
we
would
can
have. Okay, you would have to put the body probably like in a cargo bay or something like that. Or I guess you have modular laboratories. That's right. It's about time you use those things.
Yeah, I get 2 of my engineering crew to, with the EVA suits, come and pick it up and transport it quickly.
Irradiated the rest of the ship while you're doing that.
I mean, I can always transport it there. That's fine. If that's an option,
fine.
I will do that instead.
Yeah, the problem is though you're transporting. So you did have to drop the shields briefly. So the ship is going to go down 1 shield. Because you're in the middle of the ion storm.
Fair enough.
With that, we're gonna head to scene 4. You guys go down 1 momentum, so you're back at 0. During this scene, the ship is currently being bombarded by the ion storm. You also the away team manages to bring the 4 injured Trill into sick bay. During this time, there's going to be 15 intervals. Doctor, I will be giving you an extended task to heal.
I expect nothing less, I guess. I was super surprised when you didn't give me an extended task at the beginning.
I played that one by ear, so.
And yeah, we now have a
So this task is going to be, it's a magnitude 5, so you need 5 breakthroughs. It's also limited try, so you're only be able to get 5 attempts off of it. This is also going to count against your intervals. The ion storm has currently picked up in pace and is currently starting to damage the ship. So each interval, the shields will go down by 1, and also there'll be surges throughout the ship. You will actually have a breach on the ship as well to represent
Falvin.
a system overloading.
I need some assistance from the captain.
You need some assistance. You call for me?
I need your determination. I'll rephrase that. I want your determination.
Yeah, I'll use my CO power and give you my determination, especially since you're under the
I
gun.
will allow LeVar to assist with this if someone wants to take his sheet over. That you'll go to crew support for this.
I got LeVar.
Roll20's acting up a little bit. How much threat do you have?
10.
I can't see. Okay. It's like clipped the edge of my screen for some reason where I can't see. Okay, I'll spend...
I mean 100?
Hey, now.
Do you want
I
100?
can see.
Because I want the number of dice that 100 would give me. I'll spend... two threat. And I can use emergency medicine. Or trauma surgery.
I would say alright, so you're probably going to be healing the captain first, I believe, of the Zentari. She has a wound, so I would probably take trauma surgery for that focus.
And what was the check? It's I see, but I don't see.
Oh, the daring. Sorry, it's going to be daring plus medicine. Difficulty 3, resistance 3, magnitude 5, and the work is 23. Reason why it's daring medicine is because you lack the anatomy knowledge of the trill for the most part.
Can I get that?
You will have to spend one of the intervals to do a scan on her.
And what would that do for me mechanically?
If you're successful, I will lower the difficulty by 1. And I'll allow you to use control instead of daring.
And what's that task going to be?
That is going to be a reason plus medicine. Let's make this a difficulty 2.
Okay, then I will keep the extra determination and spend 3 threat for 2 dice.
Okay.
And can I use xenobiology?
Yeah. You bank 2 momentum. It's insight medicine. But I'll allow the LeVar to assist if you gave the order. So that's 3.
Oh, you said it was insight?
Yeah.
I
what is your insight?
It's 1. Oh, it's the same. It's
okay.
also 10, so it shouldn't change.
typing something out for you. So based on that knowledge, your difficulty is going to go down to 2 for the extended task. That you do only have 4 more tries at this though, and the ship goes down in 1 shield, and there is currently a breach to the outer hull.
Okay, so we said there is the difficulty is what?
2,
GM.
and it's going to be yes.
Unless we had any particular reason, the reason I didn't say anything yet is because I figured we were getting the doctor thing figured out. I wouldn't be staying in the. I'd have the ship fleeing if we had no reason, if we had no way to get everyone else off that other ship.
Okay.
Well, everybody else is dead, I think.
Yeah, I assume the away team told me that, so I was like, unless we have a reason to stay and the ship's or radiated to hell and back,
Okay.
it's like we're. I just wasn't sure. I didn't say anything because I thought you were going to.
All right, that is going to take up 1 interval to try and plot a course out. I'm going to need. Where's my notes?
Why are the medical tasks and the navigation tasks linked?
There's a total of 15 intervals, because this is the amount of intervals you need to get out of the ion storm. The medical task is linked to that. Okay? So you still have 4 tries. All right? Does that make sense?
They're
The intervals
taking
are. The intervals are counting down the ship being in trouble.
Right. But the extended task for the doctor has a limited try of 5 total before there's consequences for his task.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
So navigation doesn't eat one of his tries at healing. Only his healing tasks.
It does not. No, because all this is happening at the same time, but there's just a limited number of intervals that everyone can do. Okay, total.
Okay.
I see what you're saying.
All right. Okay. I need a reason plus con. Assisted by the ship's sensors plus con, the difficulty is going to be 5. And I'm spending some threat here to make the complication range 3.
Difficulty 5, you say?
Yes.
Might as well just spend all the momentum.
Well, also, Michelson, I think, should have point of determination.
Does he have a value?
Skur did.
Yeah, he has a value, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Falvin, you should roll for determination.
Huh? Why?
Because you gave me one?
I'm not a veteran.
Oh.
This is my first captaincy job.
No infinite determination for you.
No. So it was a control con, sorry?
No, it is a reason plus con.
Reason
difficulty
con.
5. Assisted by the
Lieutenant
ship's
Lear, I'd like you...
sensors plus con.
Lieutenant Lear, I hear you're a good pilot. I think you're better at plotting. Get on the navigation station.
Take the Chekhov seat, Lieutenant Lear.
You could do it over from the science station.
I won't fight you on. Lear, you're still with us?
Are you muted? Apparently he was not.
Did I miss something? I had to run.
Yes, you did.
What happened?
Lieutenant Lear, I need you to plot a course. I hear you're a good pilot. I need you to plot a course out of here.
Aye, sir.
Alright, it is a difficulty 5, complication range 3, reason plus con. Assisted by the ship's sensors plus con.
Difficulty 5. I'm going to want to spend all that momentum.
Yeah. Are you missing a determination?
Yeah, I'd use that to get us back safely from the trail ship.
In that case, I would like to burn one of my values to get a determination with the goal of trying to give it to Lear.
What value are you burning?
I'm going to burn careful words lead to careful action because right now speed is more the issue here, and I'd rather we were not being careful, we're just being fast.
Okay. And you are wanting to roll 4 dice? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, that is going to be 3 momentum plus 1 threat.
Okay, I don't think I have a focus that applies.
Is he going to use the determination?
Yeah, I'd state that before you roll.
So,
Because you were just given a determination.
Okay, so I'm going to do the create perfect opportunity, I think. So we already get a one that's rolled a 1, so we've already got 2. That work?
Do you have a value that you can attach to it too?
You have to use a value to use this
right.
determination.
It's like he's given me a new. Okay, that's fine. Well, following in with wanting to be fast rather than careful. Fortune favors the bold. Pedal to the metal. Then, so there's 2, and then here we go. So 6 total.
Guys get 1 succeed anyway. You guys get 1 momentum. You do successfully able to chart around or a safe course out. However, it's going to take you guys. It's going to use up 8 intervals to get out. In each interval, you're going to have to make a essentially a pilot check. Or a maneuver check.
And that's control con, isn't it?
Right. You guys are down to 12 intervals.
Yep. Michael's is going to be better when it comes to control and con.
Yeah. I'm going to put Michelson back in the pilot seat and have him fly us the rest of the way out now that the course is plotted.
Okay.
It's like modulating the shields an engineering thing, or could I do it as a science thing?
It's more of an engineering thing.
Okay.
And we are damaged, is that correct?
You do go down 1 shield, and you do have a breach on communications.
If the ship is rocking in any way, Mir has gone down to engineering. Damn the consequences.
Okay.
For GM's knowledge.
You can attempt to repair a breach and fix a breach on the ship. Essentially, you're doing a damage control task. If you want to do that, that's going to take up an interval, and that's going to be a presence plus engineering. and that would be a difficulty 1 on whichever breach you wish to fix.
I'm gonna go structure first, because while I
Okay.
appreciate communications,
Structure's the one that will get us blown up if we get too much.
yeah. I don't have a focus in structure.
Well, no, you're doing essentially a damage control task. So you're pretty much ordering your engineers to go about and try to fix the actual damage that's happening, and that's going to be presence plus engineering. Difficulty
Alright,
1.
and difficulty 1. Alright. I'm gonna spin that momentum.
Okay.
And let's dump that back to 1. Click the button, now we wait. Or I can click it again. What?
Apparently you didn't have their task roll set to 2. So just roll 1 more dice.
No, I bought a dice, so I actually need to roll 2.
Oh yeah, 2, that's right.
Yeah.
You did succeed, so you do fix the breach on structure.
Yeah. I clicked that 2 so many times, it needs to have worked. Now we're just waiting. Again. I gotta work on this computer at some point.
You do bank a momentum.
Alright.
Alright, I need to know who's doing the next interval. You have 12 left. It's going to take 8 to get out, and then it's going to also... The doc has 4 more tries, or 4 more attempts on the healing of the trills.
I'm thinking we focus on just getting out, really. Longer we're in here, the more intervals we're in here, the more in danger.
I could see if I could science the shit out of a way to figure out how to decrease the... I'm sorry?
That was what the chart hazards did for you guys. Otherwise, it would have been longer.
We did find the shortcut already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, finding the safe way to go out rather than just blazing through every storm on the way out. Every blast.
I was thinking more along the lines of, seeing if I could come up with a theory of something we could do on board the ship to, modulate the shields or whatever, and then that could be passed off to Moore to implement or whatever.
Make ourselves a safe harbor in the storm, sort of thing.
That's going to use up an interval if you do that, just to let you know.
Okay, so are the doctor's tries taking up intervals as well?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Yes,
we have
they are.
the exact number, so if he misses that roll, then we would either not make it out or someone would be hurt.
Or we can have Michelson make the flight roll. We have enough to get out, and then, yeah, he's right. The doc would have just enough to make the rolls he needed.
Well, we don't want him to leave him with just enough, just in case.
So I think we should start flying instead of trying to find a shortcut, because and not trying to mess on anybody, but at that point we're wasting time.
Oh no, I'm with you.
Yeah, even if we gain a little bit, we're still wasting time.
I'm with you.
So we're gonna go with a control con. What's the difficulty on it? For flying.
It's gonna be since he's piloting through an ion storm. It's gonna be a daring plus con.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
The difficulty is going to be 3. Originally it was going to be 5, but the chart hazard lowered that by 2.
What's Michelson's daring?
9.
6 one, half dozen another. I'm daring 10.
Darrington Con 4.
Yeah.
I want you in that chair.
Okie dokie. Excuse me, Michelson.
Poor
Excuse me.
Michelson.
I know.
Get shown up by the new guy.
Daring Con. What's my difficulty?
3.
Just be careful. Then Michelsons like to kill people when they get upshot by their pilots.
Can I spend that momentum to get another die?
Heck,
Yes.
you can even start giving out threat if it gets us out.
Fair enough. Right, come on, click on 3. Thank you. And
That's why this Michelson always flies. When they don't fly, they kill people.
I need the ship. Engines plus con.
Engines con. And that's the wrong button. Try again. Engines plus con. And boop.
So it's not enough. You do have to kind of back off. You don't make any headway on the actual interval in terms for the amount that you need to get out. However, you're able to keep to avoid a sort of massive electric discharge. I will give you that. So there will be no breach, or the shields won't go down. But I did take the complication as threat.
That means that we no longer have enough time to do both.
Doc saved the lives. I can save the ship.
That's the question for the man in the hot chair.
That's true. Captain?
No, we're getting this ship out of here. The ship blows up. It's not going to matter who. He'll have no one to save.
I'll have everyone to save.
You'll be dead too.
You underestimate my powers, sir.
Look, until the Force becomes a thing in the Star Trek universe, I'm not going to depend on that.
Oh God, it's Alan all over again.
If this
Yeah,
was
no.
if this was Alan, I would have programmed the direction differently.
Yeah, no, I think our priority needs to be flying out of here. In all honesty, just because we're taking ship damage, and if we get too many breaches, that's it.
Well, I've already repaired one, so we're back to 1.
Let Paul Newman step in.
So
Okay. So if you're doing a pilot check, it's going to be the same thing. Daring plus con. Difficulty 3 assisted by the ships. Engines plus con.
All right. I got no determination. The only way I can get a third die is by buying threat. Do you guys want me to risk it, or just
might as well.
All right.
I really would like at least one momentum when it comes around to me because of my cautious medicine. So if you could use threat to generate some momentum, that would be wonderful.
Don't worry, we don't have any momentum.
Yeah, but you can generate some.
All right.
True.
So yeah, I take some threat for another die, GM, and between me and the ship, hopefully we can get to a 3. Con and daring. There's 3. What's the ship? Maybe can generate some momentum.
Nope. Okay. So that goes down 1 interval there. Shield. One of the weapon systems kind of overloads from go down by 1 point.
And since there's no circuit breakers in the 23rd century.
Oh yeah, Moore's doing a lot more running than he probably should.
That'll get the blood pumping through that fake heart.
Let's not tell the GM you might accidentally kill yourself.
I mean,
I don't know if I can
can.
save you a third time.
I mean, you could.
So we're down to 7 more before we're free.
I don't have that many
Yes.
values to burn.
Keep it steady, Lieutenant.
Yes,
It's
sir.
more like he's directing people. He's not.
This is one
Actually-
wild
Hey,
ride.
Can the
Same
can the
roll.
captain use direct?
The captain can use a direct.
Hey, do that.
Doesn't
allow
that
it.
use an interval?
Yes, it will use an interval.
Yeah, but you're directing him to do the task, so he's gonna do the task. He just gets an assist from you.
Oh, they would happen at the same time. Oh.
Yeah, direct basically allows you to take over another character.
Even though it's during combat, I will allow it. But it's only one time for this scene.
Hey, I won't fight you on it. Sure, I'll take that. Command presence?
Control command.
Control command. Focus inspiration.
Well, it depends. Are you wanting it wouldn't be inspiration.
Yeah, and yeah, that was the closest one. Everything else is more diplomacy related.
Yeah, unless you were doing a rally, I don't think.
Yeah.
Okay, I do need. It's one success there. No, it's supposed to be an assist, but I need the ship. It's gonna be Darren Con difficulty 3. Assist by the ship's engines plus con.
Okay, so I'm rolling my daring con.
Yep.
Okay. All right, no whammies. There we go. All right, there's one momentum generated, I think.
Yes. And you take a breach to the engines.
Uh-oh.
Which I will promptly direct and use this next interval to fix.
Are we sure about that?
Yes.
Because we can take a couple more breaches to the engines before it's a problem. And they may be rolled on stuff like sensors and other things we don't care about.
We're also at 3 breaches, and I would prefer not to be.
I mean, it doesn't really hurt us, though, to be at 3 total. It's only if they get to max breaches on the engines specifically.
But that was structure or engines where we're if we get 4, we're dead.
Engine? No, not necessarily. So if you take 4 breaches to your engines, once you get to the 5th breach in the engines, you go into warp core breach. Structure. The minute you hit 4, the 5th one goes to engines. Okay. And then if you eject, say if you have a breach to both engines, you have 4 breaches to engines, 4 breaches to structure. You get the 5th one to the engines. You eject the core. The ship's still there. However, the next breach to structure, the ship is technically destroyed. It's a burning pile of heat at that point, and you're pretty much abandoning ship.
So I suggest we don't do it because we might get lucky and spread the breaches around. But if we cut down any more, it's unlikely that I'll be able to do anything. Like maybe with these 3 intervals, I'll still be able to complete. The less and less intervals I have, it's going to become impossible.
Okay. Just so you know, the ship right now, since you took the breach to engines, suffers power loss of 2. And then further task for piloting is going to be increasing difficulty by 1, and the complication range increases by 1.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, no. You're right, engineer. We got to fix that. We can't. The difficulty is hard enough as it is.
Sorry, Doc.
I have this amazing breach tracker that someone made online that I found, which is glorious because it tells me everything.
So, yeah. That's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
If I have to, I'll do it myself.
Okay, it is going to be a presence plus engineering difficulty 1.
Okay.
And that's going to take up an interval.
I'm sorry, I need that momentum. Because sadly, if I was doing this myself, I wouldn't, but since I'm not. Click the thing. Don't be that way. It may roll twice, so fair warning. Yep, and it didn't even roll the right amount of dice. So.
I need one more dice.
Yeah.
I'll
That's
count the
kinda-
one success, so you do gain a momentum. However,
Actually, take the complication and add one more one because I have cautious engineering.
you need to roll that again.
I can do that. That's fair. That is fair. I was trying to save time.
I'm gonna leave it up to RNG because you can roll another complication.
Yeah. I clicked the button.
You do fix the breach, though.
It's a 0, but
yeah, it's a 0. So you gain one momentum out of that. Fix the breach.
Yep. I hate Roll20 on this computer, but yeah.
Okay, you have 8 intervals left to do, and 6 of them needs to be piloting out of the storm.
Lieutenant, get us out of here.
Lear's hands start flying off the board because he just remembered his great uncle Tedrin used to pilot starships, and so and taught him some stuff about it.
So you're evoking the joint. All right, you're evoking that talent. Got it. All right.
Yep.
You were joined?
No, it's just
You're a
something
Trill?
my uncle said to me.
His great
My
uncle
taught me
who,
this when I was a kid.
yeah.
My great uncle Tedrin. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so the focus
Tedrin
is
Lear.
okay, con and daring. And we need
Difficulty
still at 3.
Difficulty is 3. He managed to fix the breach.
I fixed your engines. Well, my engines, but yeah.
Hopefully between me and the ship we can get this done. Should I buy some threat or spend some
Yes.
threat for a die?
Yes.
Yes, have some threat, GM.
How
buy
much?
a third die. Enough for 1 die, which is what, 2?
You have a
1.
momentum.
I was kind of saving that for the dock.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll take the threat.
I'm sure you will.
And you will like it.
Plus, he has bold science, so it
Oh,
works. Oh wait, that doesn't work out. Never mind. Oh shit.
Okay. So no assist from the ship because you didn't get success there.
Yeah.
So
Everyone's dead.
unfortunately, you hit a bad patch through the ion storm, and you're gonna suffer 2 breaches, and both go to structure. And you go down 2 shields.
Lieutenant, I would appreciate it if you avoided the exploding ion pack.
Trying, sir. It's kind of unpredictable weather. Hell of a ride, though.
Y'all may have to burn all of y'all's values to get through this. Like, all of them.
Just so you know, Murr, if you're going to do another presence engineering to fix a breach on the ship, it's going to be a complication range of 2.
What if I just do it myself?
I'm going by the damage control, so it's going to be presence engineering.
Okay.
Because you're literally engineering, ordering teams here and there, fix that whole breach, fix that patch, you know.
It's such a large undertaking to keep a ship running.
Yeah, well, my
You
presence
feel like
sucks.
he's trying to tell me something.
Yeah, I'm spinning the momentum for a third dice.
What are you fixing?
Structure.
Okay,
Or what
do
else?
we want to do that?
It's got 2 breaches so far.
But not 4.
Doesn't matter. I didn't do it anyway.
Could
Oh wait,
y'all
I can re-roll 1.
could y'all not roll all these failures? That would be nice.
We're just waiting.
Well,
Son of a bitch.
You
Dude.
failed. You failed the first one, so
Yep. I failed the first one.
That's nasty.
okay. So at this point, I have you. If it's kind of lost track because I had someone coming here. So I have you 6 intervals and 6 tasks to get out of the ion storm.
Focus on getting us out.
Burn your values.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Hey,
Can-
Lear, if you have any values you don't like, feel free to burn one of
Can he ungive me the determination since I haven't spent it yet?
them.
No.
I can
Nope.
I'll burn a
Nope.
value. Which gives me challenging a value does what? Somebody
Gets rid of it for you, but gives you a determination to use.
okay. So
But I think
okay.
it has to be kind of tied to it, what you're
Yeah.
doing.
Yes,
ha-
it does.
It has to be tied to what you're doing, and then you have to have another value to spend that's related to what you're
Right.
trying to do.
Right.
Which I guess means you could only burn 3 a game.
Correct.
Yep.
Yep.
I mean, you could burn the 4th one so you don't die.
Yeah, you could do that if you were trying to avoid an injury. You could technically. Do
I
that.
hate how relevant that might be to us.
Just thought I'd point it out.
It's very relevant, not only this game but on the Sarek as well.
And the
You
Victoria.
thought we were gonna retire, but no, he's gonna murder us. He can't let us get away with that.
That's right. Okay. So I think Lear is gonna burn which one's probably coming more handy later on down the line. I'm gonna burn always has a backup plan because I don't in this case. There's nothing I can do but try and get us the hell out of here. None of my science stuff will come in handy.
Okay.
So I'm gonna burn that for momentum, and then fortune favors the bold to get us the hell out of here.
All right.
And for that, I'll do create a perfect opportunity, and I'm still operating under my former host's focus. So that should give us 2.
Your uncle was a host?
Oh, his parties were legendary. Okay, so there we go.
Need
That's
engines
for
con.
5. Do what?
I just need engines con because you
Oh,
gain. All right, you guys gain 2 momentum.
We're slowly coming back from the deficit.
All right. You have 5 intervals left. And the poor doctor is not going to be able to save a single soul.
I do have a question about that later, because it doesn't make any sense that I'm tied to them. Because we're not working on the same thing.
I would like to burn We Are the Peacekeepers wherever we are, because right now we're just rescuing people and trying not, and then also, we're rescuing people, less diplomacy at this rate, especially with the running away and shooting at things.
You're going to burn another value?
Yeah, to give to the pilot, because I don't want him to screw this up.
I'm trying my best.
You could let him use momentum and threat for the next roll and then give it to him. I guess it doesn't really matter. He may generate more momentum. Also, you can also burn all your values because you don't really need them.
Yeah, I'm going to burn one and give over to the pilot.
Oh, hey, if you've already burned one, you need to... Oh, wait, you don't have veteran. Never mind. That keeps coming up.
The reason why, Doctor, to answer your question is because while this is going on and there's breach in the hall, you're also trying to treat people who've come in from exploding consoles and stuff like that as well.
Oh, that half makes sense. I don't know why they could just
Partially.
die in the hallway.
It's like, I have life-threatening injuries. You have
Could I-
plasma burns. Think about it.
Could I
Yeah.
just let them sit in the hallway while I do my work? Like, why do they get to jump the line?
They have phasers.
It's priority. You're just being
So do
overwhelmed in
I.
sick bay. Yeah, you're just being overwhelmed in sick bay. I mean, it's what it amounts to.
I blame this on the captain.
Well, Lieutenant, you got another determination. Get us out of
All
That's
right.
a little meta.
I'm only going to allow you to... This is going to be the last one value you're going to get to burn because I don't know if you have how many values to really burn on all this. Not to mention, you're going to have to try to gain values back, and it has to all be related to this scene.
Oh yeah, no, this is the last one I can do because I can't think of arguments for the other ones to burn in this scenario.
No,
so.
I thought that it has to be related to the scene or the opposite of the value that was burned. Because I think there's language that's a little bit more ambiguous than it just has to be related to this scene.
It has to be sort of the opposite. You're going against the will of your value in this specific scene.
And then when you get the new one back, when you write it in, you have to write it in why that's what it's changed into, because it's not the value. This value doesn't stay the same. But yeah, no, that's definitely, even if you weren't gonna tell me that was the last one, the other two I can't think of a good argument for anyway. So good luck is all I can say. I've done.
Okay, so yeah, we'll do another perfect opportunity, operating under a focus. Fortune favors the bold is what I'll use for that. And then, let's see, should I just that's giving me one perfect opportunity, so that's 2 already. So come on, there's 3. Okay, barely, but we did it.
Okay.
Can we? Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say you have 4 left and breach to the sensors.
Can we spend momentum at all to reduce intervals or
increase intervals?
Yeah, other way around. You're right. Because this is an extended task, and one of the momentum spends is to go faster. Time management doesn't apply here because it's not a breakthrough thing.
You would have to probably... The only way I can see how you could do this is you have to try to create some sort of advantage.
That's easy. We were able to get 1 round of the modulated shields.
Or maybe do an engineering thing where you're like making the engines go much faster than they're designed to be.
Yeah.
Basically pulling out the safeties so we go faster.
Okay, if you're gonna do that, this will be a daring plus engineering test. It's going to take up a interval, but you will be able to, on your next the next contest, use 3 intervals to get closer out. Does that make sense? But the task of it, though, it's going to increase in complication, though, using the steering the ship. So it's going to be a complication 3, because you're essentially overloading the engines to try and get out quicker.
So it's a complication range 3 for me. Okay.
No. For the pilot the ship. For you, it's going to be a. It's actually it's because you're creating an advantage. So it's going to be a difficulty 2, daring engineering. Okay.
Okay. Warp drive system. For focus.
You're using you're doing it to the impulse reactors, so it's not really warp drive related.
The impulse manifolds and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Improvisational as a focus?
Yeah, I guess I would allow that because you're essentially throwing out the manual and trying to come up with a way to boost power to the impulse manifolds.
Would the ship's
Well-
redundant systems engines help any?
No, that's for when they take damage.
Yeah. Once they get to like damaged or disabled, we can turn on the backup system.
Yeah, I'm just making sure it's on the right number. I'm gonna take one of those momentum.
Taking
Just
a
one.
momentum.
Yeah. Just making sure it's on the right number. Are you on the right number? Okay. Yeah. Alright. Hopefully it did it right. It said it was on the right number when I rolled it. So. Son of a monkey.
What do you mean?
I need one more dice, but never mind. I won't use it then. If I
Okay.
made it.
All right, you get momentum. So you guys are at 3 momentum. You do create the advantage, so that is going down 1 interval. So the next contest, you will use 3 interval. If you succeed at it, will boost or lower it by 3. So roll Daring Con, assisted by the ship's ensign con, difficulty 3, complication range 3.
Okay, I'm gonna.
'Cause you're
spend a
feeling
momentum
a
for an extra
sudden-
die.
All right.
Okay. All right, kids. Here's the Daring Con. Here we go. Everybody, hang on. There's 2. Come on, ship. There we go. There's 3.
Ah!
Okay. You're almost out. I am spending 12 threats to end this scene. I can get all of it.
Everybody in sickbed is dead.
No. But before we go to that, Doctor, I'm going to allow you to do 1 task in sickbay. To at least save one of them. It's going to be difficulty 2. Control engine or control medicine.
Any amount of successes above that is not going to help me any.
It'll give you momentum that you can use to spend to hopefully, if you maybe get far enough in the work track, you might be able to save 2 of them. You need to at least get a breakthrough, and then if it's close to almost half of it, I will allow you to save 2 of them.
Oh, this is why my sheet doesn't make any sense, because it's the Azure.
So yeah, control plus medicine.
I would like to burn. It could be worse. Oh wait, I don't need to because I got a determination from Altera.
You're welcome.
You didn't really need it.
Is LeVar assisting?
I'm good.
Yes. LeVar can assist.
So I'll burn that on this life Brutalis.
Okay.
Trauma surgery.
Yep.
And I will buy myself up to 4 dice. With threat and whatchamacallit, momentum.
Okay.
Actually, hold that thought.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking to use cautious medicine, I want to use the momentum.
All right.
But
so it's 2 dice.
I'm
2
thinking
momentum
it through.
for
I'm not.
third.
Yeah, I'm not actually committing. I want to think it through real quick. If I did not do that, I could use those momentum to buy things.
right? It's difficulty 2.
So you've
It is-
already passed. You're just generating momentum if you use your determination.
Yeah, no.
You can always give me threat, keep the momentum, and see how much
Yeah, I
you
wouldn't
get.
be able to re-roll if I got a 0 is the thought.
Well, you could just spend 1 momentum.
I'll do it that way. I'll spend 1 momentum.
And then
Watch me get all 2s and be disappointed.
And
How much-
and a threat.
you're going to roll 3 dice,
4 dice.
4 dice.
You wouldn't be able to screw us over anymore without threat. I'm giving it back to you.
Okay.
That is a lot of threat.
It is a lot of threat. Technically, you're buying technically 6 dice minus 1. So
Wait, isn't he's in
It's-
sick bay? Doesn't that go down or no?
I already calculated that into the extended task.
Okay.
Yeah, it'd be much harder if you wasn't.
See,
Yeah.
I knew I was going to be disappointed that I used that momentum.
You shouldn't because
No, because I can't use cautious medicine, so it was wasted. I could have given a threat.
Let's see. That's 7. That's you pretty much capped your momentum out, and then you get a floater, 2 floaters. No,
So
sorry,
roll your-
no. Your it caps it out. Sorry.
But
So-
why don't I have floating momentum? Because it's the same
don't-
thing I'm working.
No, because it was difficulty was 2, so that's 5 successes there, which that caps it out.
Okay.
So roll 7 challenge dice. You have a bunch of momentum to spend, so you can spend 1 momentum to reroll 2 dice if you want.
We'll buy a piercing.
All right,
How much work is it?
23.
An
No, I
ungodly
meant
amount.
rolled.
7. Right now it's only doing 6 though. So I'll
so that-
re-roll 2 of them.
Okay.
And then put the rest in. You'll be at half.
Yeah,
More
we
than
can
that.
do
You'll
that.
save 2 of them.
So you're spending the 4 momentum for 4 work.
That's gonna get me to half.
That gets you over half, yeah, and that's enough to save 2, even though you got the 1 breakthrough.
Well, I done
Back-
screwed myself over there because I wanted to do the scan for RP reasons, and it didn't do me shit, and it costed us.
What cost
All
it
right.
you?
So
It
I
costed
spent
us
it.
all.
Just as you were about edging towards the when you think you were getting out of the ion storm, since I'm ending the scene here, a massive massive wave of highly charged particles hit the ship, and the systems. You guys do the shaky, and at that we're gonna end the game, the session.
Yay!
It is to be continued for next time.
Nice.
So now I'm